Mintac drivers, welcome to Mintac. This is Chris. A new episode. This is a review of the Burris Fast Fire 3 red dot reflex sight. This is a red dot that is waterproof, it is shockproof, it is nitrogen filled, and it is fog proof. So it is a great sight. Retails somewhere around that $300, $325 mark. I'm sure you can find it cheaper on eBay if you need to. It's lightweight and compact. It weighs less than 1 ounce. It's got a 1x magnification. It's parallax free. Allows you to pick up your targets with both sights or both eyes open, so you don't have to squint and do that whole thing. It has 4 brightness settings. Let's just see what this thing looks like. 4 brightness settings. There's the auto adjust. You just push the button located on the left side of the red dot. Push that once and you have auto on or auto focus, auto red dot, whatever you want to call it. Basically what it happens is there is a photo cell. Let me see if I can find that for you. There's a photo cell, very small, right here, that allows the sight to pick up the brightness settings of your day, whether it's day or night, and it adjusts the sights accordingly. Then next brightness setting is a little bit brighter, and then on down it decreases the size, not the size, but the brightness of that red dot. This is currently sitting on my Canik TP9 SFX. You haven't seen that yet, but this is my new competition gun. I'm just going to clear it just to make sure that you guys know that it is clear. So it is absolutely good to go. There is windage and elevation adjustments at 1 MOA. You can read the details in regard to the clicks and stuff like that, but basically 1 MOA at 100 yards is what the adjustment is on that, and then it decreases depending on how close you are to your target. After that, 50, it's 0.5 MOA at 50 yards, and so on and so forth. So again, there is a windage and elevation adjustment so that you can get this thing spot on target. Just glad you could join me at the range today. I am actually sighting in the Burris Fast Fire 3, and so I'm getting that all set up. I did bore sight it, but those are always just a little bit off depending on ammunition. I'm approximately, probably 25 yards from my target, and so I'm going to sight in at 25 yards, so we will see how this goes. Alright, we'll go with 3-shot rounds and we'll adjust from there. One more, I guess. Go see how that is. Alright, so it's shooting a little bit high and to the left, so we adjusted right and down slightly. So hopefully we'll get this bad boy on target. It'll be a lot easier during 3-gun to really shoot. Good to breathe. At least it's on target. One more. Okay, let's go look at that one. I would say that that's pretty set up. Okay, with the package that you get the torque wrench to tighten down your torque screws from the top. You get the protective cover that goes over the top when you're not using it. You get one lithium battery. I believe the lifespan of the battery itself is around 5,000 hours with normal use, and you get the user's guide as well. Okay, let's look at the brightness set. Hopefully the camera picks it up well. First click is the auto brightness setting. There it is. Alright, so if I put my finger in the way of that photo cell, it actually should get dimmer. And it's hard to tell if it does that or not. But if you let go, there we go. It auto adjusts brighter. Okay, so it changes the brightness of that setting automatically. Alright, so let's go to the next profile setting, which should be the brightest. And it is. You notice that there is some starlighting, stargazing, whatever you want to call it. You have a little bit of, well, it's not too bad looking through the actual site, but looking through a camera, looking through the site, it does show a little bit differently. Let's go to the next level. That's a little less bright, and that is off. So you have the 4 different settings there. So I have been using this with the auto brightness setting on it, and it's been working great. I think that it also is a battery saver as well, and I may have mentioned this already, but I believe it's 5,000 hours on the battery. So that's the battery life. So you may be asking, why did I go with the Burris Fast Fire 3 sight as opposed to like the Vortex or the Leopold or the other brands that are out there? One of the big selling factors for me was it's simple, so simple. It is the ability to access the battery compartment without taking your sight off. Now the Vortex, I believe you have to take your sights off in order to put a new battery in. So that was a huge seller for me. I like the 3 MOA dot as well. There's a lot of them that put out the 6 MOA dot. At long distance shots, you're going to be blocking out your target. So if you can become accustomed to the smaller dot and be able to steady out your fire, then it's a great sight for that. So I do like the 3 MOA dot on that. A couple of things that you kind of need to be aware of when you get a red dot, especially for a handgun, is that when you first start using the red dot on your handgun, it's going to seem like that red dot is just all over the place. Okay, it's hard to get that red dot steady. Take some time, get adjusted to it, make sure you breathe. You may have noticed in the video I said, hey Chris, breathe. Okay, make sure you breathe and just take your time breaking in how you shoot. I mean, it's a little bit different. One thing that I will also stress is that, especially with the Burris, I'm not sure about the other sites, but there is, you can see that, there's a white line right there. That is your point of reference. A lot of guys that start off with red dot sights will be like trying to find where the red dot is in the scope. Now, it's going to seem really weird, but it's going to appear that you're shooting your pistol at the ground when you're actually not. It's just that frame of reference using the sight. Use that white line to make your adjustments from the beginning. Okay, as far as, and what I mean by that is, look at that white line, get your point of reference, and then find your dot. Okay, through your muscle memory, through utilizing the red dot, going through just practice rounds and stuff like that, you're naturally going to start to pick up where that red dot is every time. But it's just going to take some time for practicing with that. I'm going to realize that as well, is that I'm going to certainly need to put some more rounds down at the range, so I can continually pick up that frame of reference, because you're so used to seeing iron sights and lining up that way. And it appears that when you're using your iron sights, you're not moving around. It doesn't appear that you're moving around all the time with those, whereas the red dot is so sensitive that it's moving around on target like this. So just get a lot of reps in. That's the only way that you're going to perfect the use of your red dot, is getting reps in. After about, I would say 40 or 50 rounds at the range that day. I was starting really to get comfortable with where that frame of reference was and where that sight was always going to show up through the red dot window. When I got to doing the steel targets, it was just a complete blast. In fact, I only think I had like, I don't know, 20 rounds left shooting that day, and I was pretty much hitting everything. Now, it's going to take more practice to get out there and continually improve upon times, moving from steel target to steel target. But at least with iron sights, it was hard to hit a 4-inch plate from 20, 25 feet away. But with the red dot, I was hitting those 4-inch plates from 20, 25 feet, and was pretty consistent in hitting them. So far, I'm very happy with the purchase. I'm very happy with the Burris Fast Fire 3 sight. One more thing before I sign off with you guys is the fact that the Burris Fast Fire 3 is forever warranty, and that warranty transitions from not only use the owner and user, but if you ever decide to sell it off, that warranty actually extends to the next user. So great company. I'm impressed with the warranty process. So good thing. I'm glad I picked up this Burris sight, and we're going to see how this thing works during my next 3-gun competition. That'll be in June, I believe. It's the Delta 2018. And so I'm going to do some more work with this. I want to make sure that certainly that red dot is completely on target. I want to make sure that my groupings are consistent and just very, very well placed. So anyway, I'll do some more. I'll give you a follow-up on this sight in the future as far as durability and quality. I have no qualms that it will live up to the standard that Burris has set as far as the expectation. So anyway, if you guys have questions, make sure that you leave them in the comments below if you have any questions. If you have not yet, please subscribe to this channel, and I'm really putting out a lot more content in the next month. So thank you guys. Have a good one.